Imagine this. You order a used Nikon D600 from a used camera shop. It arrives, and you mount a kit lens on it, hoping to test your camera. However, when you switch it on, you get a strange fEE error. No matter what you try, it doesn't seem to go away. But the funny thing is when you mount one of your other lenses, in my case it was a 50mm prime lens, it seems to work just fine. So what gives? Well, I went through this recently myself and discovered a way to fix it. On the camera body, where the lens mounts to the body, there is a tab that's shown in the circle in this picture. One way to fix the issue is to move that tab over to the right before mounting your lens. This tab is part of a control mechanism that allows the D600 to communicate and control an AFD lens. Typically, you can move this tab, remount your lens, and when you turn the camera back on, it seems to work correctly again. I noticed this problem on my zoom lenses. They would give me the error when I put them on the camera. But for whatever reason, the prime lenses that I have didn't give me the error. I also noticed that sometimes I'd still get the error on my zoom lenses, even though I went through these steps. So in that case, what I would do is I would take the lens off, move the tab back and forth a couple of times, settle it in place to the right as shown here, then remount the lens and it would work properly again. However, what if you go through these steps, as well as other ideas such as cleaning the contacts and so forth, to fix the problem and your lens still won't work? Well, in that case, you may have to use the aperture ring on the lens to set the aperture. AFD lenses come with a manual aperture ring as shown here. To use that instead of setting it in the camera, go into the menu system and get to custom settings. Find controls, then scroll down to customize command dials. One of the options is aperture setting. When you select that, you have a choice of using the sub-command dial on the camera or using the aperture ring on the lens. At first, I took this route, but the camera stopped light metering correctly at that point, which is why I looked for an alternative solution. The Sunny 16 method is what film photographers used to use a long time ago to do exposure without an exposure meter. And it does work, but it's not the best idea if you want to have full control over your aperture or be able to meter in camera. So there you have it. That's how I fixed the problem that I had on the D600. This probably would also apply to other cameras, similar ones such as the D610 or perhaps the D850. I'm not sure. I don't actually own either of those cameras, but it's worth a try. And using something like the Sunny 16 rule or something like that to do manual exposure calculations would actually be a little difficult. You wouldn't be able to get the kind of control that you want, or you'd have to go through a bunch of gyrations and mental calculations to set it for if you have a certain frame rate in mind or something along those lines. So getting this fixed is really going to help me. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.